Yes.
Welcome back to the Trailer Take, late night episode edition.
What episode are we on?
Episode 7.
7?
Yeah, I can't remember. Interesting.
That's weird.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
What's going on here?
Our topic for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is
Well, I think we should first.
Skateboarders.
We should definitely cover the recent shooting that
That's what I'm
happened.
Skateboarders.
Yeah, the skateboarders. Yeah, we should definitely cover that.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I was
Just looked at me like I'm
looking at
stupid.
the light.
Yeah.
You're Kirkland
Good
Jamie, bro.
for you.
Like-
Kirkland brand, Jamie.
I was looking at the light. I was not prepared for what
Our Twitter's really popping off over
Trending
here.
in California,
Kinda
murdered.
Interesting.
what?
Who to
Yeah.
follow? Ben Shapiro,
I forgot
yeah.
what his name is here.
Oh yeah,
Ben Shapiro.
Forgot it. He's got like a
I
really.
want to say real
He's
quick.
got like an average sounding.
What do
name.
you wanna say?
I wanted to put out thoughts and prayers to people looking for are going to be affected by the super fucking hurricane.
I thought it was two
Tonight.
hurricanes.
It's two hurricane. It merged into one super hurricane.
That's in Louisiana, dude. That's where I was born.
Part of Texas and Louisiana is just gonna be gone.
I love
So-
Louisiana. That's a great state.
It's gonna be gone. Flat.
So-
That's sad. I'd be really sad if Louisiana is like removed from the union because of the hurricane. I'd be pissed. I love Louisiana.
Yeah, it should be
Defeated.
for other reasons.
No, it shouldn't be. What?
Well,
What's your
it
issue
should all
with
separate
Louisiana?
from California.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about Louisiana.
No, I know. I'm saying every state, including Louisiana, should separate from California.
Sure, Carlos
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
trending as well.
I could have worried about it. It's okay.
Yeah.
Kenosha is the location of where the shooting happened.
Yes.
His name is Kyle Rittenhouse,
Wait, what state is this happening?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Township.
Yeah. So
Cheese.
they have open carry in Wisconsin.
Yeah, they do.
It's kind of based, and
Yeah.
concealed carry if you have a permit. But anyways, so basically, this guy and a bunch of his other buddies were standing out there with a gun, trying to protect businesses.
It's militia.
Militia, yeah. According to them, they were attempting to protect businesses and help people. They had medical supplies and stuff like that. That's his side of it.
Mhm.
And they had told some people to stop breaking windows, and they rushed to them. One of them was shot, supposedly by Rittenhouse, and then he just booked it as a mob chased him.
Mhm.
The mob caught up to him, cocked him in the back of the head. He fell on the ground. They hit him with a skateboard, tried to take the gun, so he opened fire, shooting another one to death, like right in the heart, pretty much, and then hitting another one in the arm. Then he tried to turn himself into the police, like right away. He is in custody for murder right now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand them trying to figure out what happened, but they're definitely going to try him as an adult, despite him being 17.
Oh yeah, they will.
Yeah.
They will.
So the good news is, I'm sure he'll get legal representation for free because it's such a big thing,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully he can sue all the news people that are just flat out lying about what happened.
Yep.
So what's
Slander.
Yeah,
libel.
what's your guys' take on this?
So
I don't know. I was at work, so
Mhm.
just now hearing about
I think he was acting in self-defense.
Mhm.
I commend him for what he was doing, being
Mhm.
part of like the militia there, helping protect businesses.
this. Well, you're a racist.
But there are a few little, I guess, caveats. This militia Facebook page, supposedly, I don't know if this is true, was posting stuff about them wanting to cause violence. I don't know if this was sarcastic or I don't know if this is fake news. I just want to put that out there just in
Okay.
case.
Yeah, so that should be. This is brand new breaking news. For all we know, this guy could have actually like murdered other people beforehand. Like we don't really know.
Like-
but from what we see, it looks as though he was definitely acting in self-defense.
Like he the thing is, although I think it was cool, he wanted to go out there, be part of the militia, do some good. He's 17. I don't think a 17-year-old should really be doing that.
Why not?
Nah,
I don't know. Well, he's just gonna get himself in trouble with like how gun laws are.
Evidently, I
It could
guess.
screw over his whole life, even though
I
he's
mean,
17.
If you join a militia, you're just gonna end up getting yourself in trouble. Like you will get.
I
in
know.
trouble for that
the way it
somehow.
goes.
I mean, but like it's less likely if you're over 18 and you're open carrying as a militia that you're gonna get in trouble than if you're 17. I think.
I don't know about that.
I don't think it should matter.
You could.
The second
you're
Amendment
away
does
from,
not mention anything about age. I'm just saying, I don't know.
You're a year away from being from having to sign up for the draft.
Yeah.
If war really kicked off, you'll just be drafted.
That's right.
Exactly.
So to me, like, you want to walk around with a gun to open carry state, because people are funding the burning of your area.
Well,
I don't
another
see a
thing,
problem with it.
he's
Nope.
not actually from the city. He had to drive about 30
Really?
miles out to it.
But he's from the
30
state. though.
miles.
No, it's from the state next to.
So he doesn't reside in that state?
No, he doesn't.
Then that is not legal.
Yeah, that's not legal.
Wait, I'm confused. What exactly is illegal about what happened?
Well, usually with gun laws, carry laws, you have to reside in that state for that to be
Interesting. Okay.
applicable.
I mean, he just wanted to drive over there to help protect like what was happening
Yeah.
there, because everyone in the country saw what was happening. That car lot burned down.
Uh,
You know, like I still think what he did. I think he was acting in self-defense, and I appreciate what he was doing. I'm just trying to play a little bit devil's advocate here.
yeah. I think
Like, what-
that's like a. I don't know. It's kind of like a gotcha. Like, well, we got you on this legal one here. But
Mhm.
honestly,
All gun laws.
I think he wasn't expecting to have to shoot anybody.
No, I don't think he was.
No.
I had people ask me they're like he only brought a gun just to feel more powerful. I'm like, no, he brought a gun because, as you saw in the video, one of the guys trying to take his gun from him had a gun on him, so he was doing it purely for self-defense, not wanting to start shit. He was clearly there to be a medic. He had that medical kit on him that you can see on him.
That
in the
interview
video.
he did beforehand, before any of the shootings happened, I think it's really going to help him out because they picked him up off the street, one of the news people, and was like, "Hey, why are you out here? What's going on?" He's like, "Well, I got these medical supplies here. I'm trying to help out anybody that gets injured. I'm also trying to protect the businesses from burning, and if anything happens, I have my gun here to protect myself and others." That's going to work out in his favor a lot because it's showing that he doesn't have ill intent, at least according to, he's not like, I'm going to shoot somebody. So I think that's
Yeah, totally. I what am I?
Where are your
what are
hands?
you? What are you?
What are any of
You
us?
are a globalist.
I am not a globalist. Don't worry.
Yes,
Advocating for
gentlemen.
world government, one world
If I'm
currency.
dead and I'm found with blonde hairs all over me, you can go after the globalists.
I'm a dirty
and,
blonde, not a blonde though.
Still blonde.
Still blonde.
You are dirty.
Category of blonde.
Filthy.
You're dirty
I'm
globalist.
filthy. Filthy rich from all the globalist money.
Exactly.
Uh,
Store us money.
Okay,
So how
let's,
do you afford
let's
this
talk
PC?
let's talk about the commie money.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I haven't received any of my communist money. I kind of bitter about it. I don't know if I want to anymore.
wait, you're on unemployment?
I haven't received anything.
No, I think he's talking about the stimulus check.
Yeah.
Oh, you never got your stimulus check.
No.
I never did either.
I got mine
stimulus
like the
checks.
day it came out, basically, because I did
Congratulations.
that's because I had my taxes done and I had my
So did
direct
I.
deposit set up.
So did I.
Oh, I don't know why I got mine then.
Didn't get it.
Call the tax office, whatever they'll.
I don't even care.
So, for on average, all the people I know that got it are like liberals or even like other things like not a lot of them are not contributing members of society is what I'll say. Obviously some liberals are, but
Yeah.
everyone I pretty much know that's got it is not a contributing member of society. All the like based people I know that understand what's going on in a lot of the world, and they do make money and they do contribute, and they are affected by the COVID. They're not just like still living in their mom's basement. Did not receive the check. I'm kind of confused. I don't really understand.
It was supposed to be for, quote, all Americans.
It's like I should have got it. You should have got it.
Paying Americans.
But why did people that
Am I
don't
not
pay
taxpayer?
taxes get it?
Exactly.
I don't know.
I know people that didn't pay taxes and they got it.
That's ridiculous. Cause
Yeah.
it could.
I paid taxes. Where's my money?
I fucking pay taxes.
So do I.
I bootlick for that.
Well, that's the thing.
Well,
It's mandatory bootlicking, though.
It is.
I wanted to go back to the shooting because you haven't seen the video, have you?
No.
Okay, so I have the video right here.
Just got off work, literally.
Oh, this is
This is
before-
after. So I can't find the video of the first shooting. But basically, someone ran
You
up to
probably
him, tried to grab the gun,
Yeah.
and then he shot him in the head.
Okay.
This is after that. This is the angry mob chasing him. You could see him. He falls down here.
Oh. With the gun still or no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the gun
still
still.
with the gun.
Okay,
Gets
still has the
kicked
gun.
in,
They're
Gun's
attacking
gone.
him, hitting
Shoots him.
Nope,
They hit
still
him.
has a gun.
That guy's dead right there.
Shoots that guy in the arm. That guy had a gun. He pulled out a gun, so he shot him.
That
right
guy
in the
have a
bicep.
gun?
Yeah, that's something.
He didn't have a
that-
gun.
No, he had a gun. That's something the media won't tell you. Is that he literally he pulled out a gun
Legal
from his
handgun.
pocket, and then
And then he got shot
and
in
then
the arm.
Kyle shot him in the bicep.
That guy's a felon, apparently. According to that guy. The guy with the other guy with the gun.
Yeah, probably. What's a convicted pedophile? Wow.
Interesting.
Wow.
Wait, is that the dead guy?
No, that's the guy who got shot in the bicep. He's still alive, but I've seen pictures. If you get shot, point blank range in the bicep, 5.56, it's like gone.
Infinite Boomers, by prepare for this. Infinite Boomers saying, "Of course you didn't die because 5.56 was designed to wound. It's a permit round." What do you mean the U.S. used it in every single
incredibly
rifle?
Out of the 3 people that were shot, 2 of them died.
Yeah. Let's watch this again.
So this first guy here jumps up, tries to kick him in.
It's he also how he's on the ground is he got pulled cocked in the back of the head. Like I said.
Yeah, he didn't get shot. He kicked him. Then the other guy with a skateboard goes, hits him, points the gun up, shoots him in the gut, chest area. I'm not sure. You see him take a few steps. He falls down. Okay. And this guy was going up. He was pulling his gun up. The felon shoots him right in the bicep. Wow. Pretty good shooting.
And then doesn't shoot anybody else. Doesn't
so American.
Yeah, he doesn't. You know what I really like? I really like how he doesn't like freak out because there's a mob around him and just start blasting people. He shoots anyone that was a danger to him.
And then he gets up and
the second people surrender, they're like, "Okay, I've been shot. I'm not going to pull up my gun anymore. I'm going to leave." He lets him go. He doesn't go on a killing spree. I think this person needs to be let out as soon as whatever information the police still need is out.
Yeah, this kid seems like he should be good to go.
This video doesn't show up, but immediately after, he walks down the street up to police to turn himself in.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier.
In that same video, it does show it. They just cut it short. But he's like, hands up, like, "Hey, guys." And they're driving past him. He's like, "Guys, I shot like 3 people."
Yeah, but you killed a convicted felon and a pedophile.
Yeah.
Didn't die.
Sorry, wait, which one did I? The pedophile or the felon?
The pedophile.
Okay, the pedophile didn't die. The felon with the gun did. Okay, all right.
No.
So he killed 2 people that night, basically.
Okay.
I think the pedophile and the person with the gun are the same individual.
No. The pedophile is the guy that kicked him, and the felon was the guy with the gun.
Okay, then the felon is alive.
Okay. That it fits the agenda perfectly. You killed the pedophile.
Yeah. Also, Kyle, earlier that day,
I guess you can smell him.
Earlier that day, Kyle was seen cleaning up a BLM graffiti in town too. So I don't know.
Sounds like a patriot to me.
He does sound like a patriot.
He's not. I did some digging on him. He's not a Boogaloo boy. He's not. He's a more. He has a lot of Blue Lives Matter kind of stuff on his like Facebook page and stuff. He's more into he's kind of like that side of it.
Sure.
Helps your case in court.
It does, because you do this, and then they go to your house. They see Hawaiian shirts.
Just a Hawaiian shirt doesn't mean you're a fucking terrorist.
Yeah, I don't have one, but I
like Hawaiian shirts. Like ironically, before like years ago, I wore Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah,
I want to get some.
So since we talked about the Boogaloo Boys, I'm just gonna go out and say, I think that it's started by either the feds or insertions in the government. The Boogaloo Boy thing. Obviously, there was a meme before. I think that was real.
Yeah, it wasn't started by feds, but is now feds.
Well, I mean, it was like a meme,
and
then it started. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. I don't look at it like the meme was really any like powder or any spark or anything. So, I honestly think that it's good that this person is so clearly in the right, because if there was any ambiguity here, cities would be burning.
That's true.
And it would just keep going. And I've been worried about this for a long time. I think people who are in militias or people who are doing Boogaloo Boy stuff, it's going to be, they're going to get somebody either doing something actually wrong or at least doing something that isn't completely correct.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a huge problem. So just don't be the person that they let set up. They're trying to set people up. Every time a cop shoots somebody, even if they should have shot them and that's what they're supposed to do, they're still going to get blamed and signatures are still going to burn. So be careful.
So I found a video of the first person he shot before the mob chased him.
There we go.
He was outside some gas station. This is the building he was originally protecting because they were trying to burn down the other night, I think.
I did see this. I don't know if it's I can't actually see if that's actually him though.
That's definitely him. He's
That's
got the same bag,
same bag.
Yeah, that's true.
That
is true. Well, all the other militia could have had a bag just like that, and everyone has an AR-15.
Oh, here's the video.
I guess he has a green shirt. Yeah, that's
him on the left, and that's the guy he shot.
Chases him down.
See him goes up, he grabs the gun, shoots him in the head.
If you chase someone with a gun and try and take it from them, you are likely to get shot.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Here's kindergarten safety 101. Do that.
Don't fuck.
Yeah, seriously, don't. Like, why? He has a gun, and you don't just, like, leave him alone.
Just
He's
chill.
obviously not, like, killing anyone.
Yeah, he's not shooting anybody.
What a mess.
This is, so Portland is going on, like, 100 days of these riots still going. Now we got this, I forget the name city in Wisconsin, because...
Wisconsin.
Actually, we should touch briefly on why Wisconsin has riots, because this happened, like, a couple days ago.
Why is that?
I might disagree with you, but go ahead.
What?
Go
But
ahead.
that's the city where it happened.
No,
The
I might.
shooting.
No, I mean I might disagree with your reasoning for why it's happening, but go ahead.
Elaborate on that.
Oh, okay. Hopefully I can find the video of it. But basically, from the information we've seen so far, there was an altercation of fights, and the cops were trying to apprehend a black individual.
Oh yes, I've seen.
They got him to the ground. They tried tasing him. Nothing worked, and he wouldn't get in. And they couldn't apprehend him.
Yeah.
The guy got up.
Yeah.
Cops like gun in hand, like don't go to the car.
Yeah.
Don't go to the car.
Yeah.
The guy opened his car door, tried to reach in his car, and then they shot him.
So
imagine not complying with police.
Hold on. Here's the only thing. I think that the cops were correct overall, but I did watch the video, and honestly, I think they did go too far. Because it's important to note, like, he opens the door, the cops are holding on to his shirt. Yeah, just watch it. I think he goes too far. The police officer does too much.
Grab him,
7 shots in the back.
Empties the clip. He's emptying the clip.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's a little bit unnecessary.
It is.
That's
So to me, both parties were wrong. You listen to cops and nothing bad will happen to you.
It's true. Just
But
comply
if you
with
go
police
to your
officer.
car and like after being tased and things like that, you could be on PCP, you could be on flocking, you could be on anything going for a gun to kill them right now.
Yep.
To be fair though, that cop should not have emptied the clip,
No.
shooting him over 7 times like that. What he should have honestly done is shoot him once or twice and just pulled him out of that.
Yeah.
This man is still alive.
Really?
Yeah, he is in surgery.
Yep.
And he's not in a coma. He's making jokes. He's alive.
Wow. After getting mag dumped by a Glock.
He's
Yeah.
lucky.
Lol 9mm.
It was pretty much all stomach wounds.
Yeah, you lived that.
Yeah.
So
He did have a bunch of warrants out for his arrest, and I heard one of these is pedophilia related stuff too.
Okay.
So this is, ladies and gentlemen, no saint. This is a bad person. However, he had 3 children in that car.
Yes, the children were in the car when this happened.
That's
And-
sad.
Which is really
Yeah.
sad.
And the cops should have done better. I think that
Everyone should have done better.
probably those cops should probably be fired. But
At
they
least that-
shouldn't.
That guy that mag dumped.
The guy that
the
bagged down
guy
should
that bagged down.
definitely be fired.
The other one, like he
The other one's just
didn't stop
backing
him,
up.
but
The other
to
guy
be
couldn't
fair,
really
he
stop
doesn't
his
know
partner.
exactly what's going on.
If my buddy's just mag dumping, I'm not exactly in the position to stop
Well,
that.
you can't even see 100% what's happening from
Yeah.
this angle, and it happens in like 5 seconds. But my point is they need more training and more funding to stop things like this, not less.
That's what I was going to get to. The way you prevent stuff like this is more training.
Exactly.
Which is why you don't defund the police. If anything, you give the police more
You know,
money to better train.
It's also
I've
why
come
you
to
comply.
I've come to this realization with BLM, with CNN, with things like that are just always telling people the police are all out to get you. They want to kill you. They're all racist, or a lot of them are racist. They want you dead. If a lot of people that believe that actually feel like they are in danger when they're pulled over by any police officer, so they'll do unreasonable things like that, like try and get into their car and drive away, simply because they've been told that they're going to be killed. So what I think should happen is, it's going to take a long time for this to actually take effect, but in schools, I really think that they should dedicate a small portion of time to explaining what you do if a cop is interacting with you.
Yeah, that is a good idea, actually.
Because a lot of people, like a lot of these people that like have, they break the law, like they don't understand because they might not have. It's a proven fact you're more likely to be a criminal if you don't have a solid family, and a solid family is who's going to tell you if a cop is talking to you or trying to arrest you, don't fuck with him.
Yeah, don't do this
Yeah.
and that.
Exactly. So we really need to educate everybody, I think, and just every once in a while, every couple of years, like, hey, here's the police officer talking to you about what to do and how he's a nice guy. Here's some candy. He loves you, but don't go to your car.
Exactly.
Because you know what happens a lot of time when a suspect goes to their car? They pull out a gun.
Get a gun.
Exactly, they go for a gun. So I understand why he was shot, but that was too close range. That was brutal. I mean, he could have technically shot him once, and the guy could have pulled out a gun from wherever he was grabbing it and blasted him.
Yeah, that's the reason why cops magged up. Actually,
I don't have any
down there. You want to fuck with that?
That's the reason cops will mag up. Actually, is because people can survive multiple gunshots and get up and shoot back.
Especially if you're heavily on some kind of mind-altering drug.
And he might have been with the fact that he was
very
able to
well
withstand a taser.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
So,
tasers actually malfunction about 33% of the time.
whoa,
Which is insane.
It is
we
insane.
need to fix
You would
that.
think
Crazy to
that
think
you would
about.
think that we would have
The
designed.
cops won't
a
feel the
more
need
effective-
to jump up to the lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh wow, my taser didn't work, and he's going to his car. Guess I'll
Exactly.
shoot him.
Cops don't want to shoot people.
99% of cops
Exactly.
are the best people in the country.
It's like, no, you don't want to shoot people.
Mm.
Like, if you have to tase a guy,
Yeah.
and they just get up,
Yeah.
hey,
So,
like,
I've talked about this before. If you go to elementary school and you ask 30 kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? A lot of them are going to say, I want to be a cop, just like my uncle or
or a
something.
firefighter,
Or a firefighter, something like that.
because of ex-relative.
None of them, or even just because it sounds cool, just because, they've been taught, like, oh, wow, cops help, you know what I mean? So, if you ask a kid like that, they're not saying that because they're racist. I've honestly, in my entire life, I might have seen a few racist people. I've never seen a racist 7-year-old. I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
Doesn't exist.
But you know what? I think that they're trying to make it exist now. The
Yeah.
media and everyone and BLM and all those things happening, they're teaching people to actually pay attention to the color of people's skin.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the idea of kids not even understanding, like, why would I care if this person is darker or yellow compared to me? Why does that
Yeah.
matter? Like, what?
Dude doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
But what are that person's actions?
They're putting
I-
emphasis on it now, which is a problem.
I will say, the cops, they definitely don't want to murder people because they have to live with that the rest of their life if they killed someone.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
been a-
99% of cops don't want to kill anybody.
there's been a lot of cases where people try to do suicide by cop.
Uh-huh.
Well, they'll threaten to shoot up a place, or they'll try to act violent. They get a cop killed. And of course, the cops in a lot of these situations I've seen from body cam footage always find every way to not kill them.
Exactly. Yeah,
Because-
they can recognize those situations.
And they always tell them after, they give them a talk like, hey, like, I understand, like, your life sucks, or like you're going through a hard time and you want to end it, but you shouldn't put that on my conscience,
Exactly.
Because like I got like a family and like kids to go home to. I don't want to go home thinking about that I just killed someone today.
Mhm.
That's not fair to me.
You shouldn't kill yourself either. I mean, that's
Yeah.
That's a given.
But if you
That's
are,
programming.
don't have someone else kill you.
Yeah,
the
little
guest that
Sid.
we had on, Sid, he told me this about 5 or 6 years ago, and I don't know if someone told him it or he just made it up, but I agree with him that your body naturally, all your instincts tell you to survive constantly.
Yeah.
If a car's coming at you, your instincts are like, okay,
You move
dodge
away
left,
from the
dodge
car.
right, do
Yeah.
this, do that. That's if someone pulls out a gun, your instincts are like, what are you gonna do to survive? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
How do you
How do you survive?
do you
Here's all
not
the
get shot?
adrenaline you need. Here's everything you need.
exactly?
When you
They're the
kill
tools.
yourself, you are going. You've been programmed to. You are going completely against your human instincts.
Yeah.
And it's a very rare occurrence that you ever go against your basic human instincts.
True. I actually almost got ran over by a car a few years ago. I don't know if I told you guys about this.
You did.
At my old apartment, that's right up against the street sidewalk.
Oh yeah.
I parked my car on the other side of the street, on that other sidewalk where there isn't any apartments, just dirt.
Mhm.
But there's a sidewalk, so I walk across the street. There's a few cars parked behind me, maybe 6. I walk across the street. I'm now in the next lane over. I'm almost to the car, and the truck, maybe 2 or 3 cars lengths behind me, just peels out. There's no one else on the road, just me walking, and this truck peels out and just drives directly into me. So I literally have to jump out of the fucking way into my car to not get ran over.
Wow. Did he stop to apologize?
No, he gave me a shithead look too when he was driving by. Like, this person wanted to run me over for whatever reason. No one I
Okay.
recognized, no one I'd ever seen since. It was the most bizarre thing, but it goes with what you were saying, is I had the instinct to jump out of the fucking way,
Exactly.
and I did.
Yeah.
It was like subconscious. It just happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
you don't.
I
You
didn't,
don't.
like-
You don't like be like, oh, should I move here? Should I?
Exactly,
move
it's
there?"
like,
Your body's like, move.
Exactly.
Like-
You will be moving away from
Will.
that car
Yeah.
unless there's something severely wrong with you.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah,
Okay, well,
Pause.
we're gonna take a quick break here just to make sure everything's going okay with the recording.
Hope so.
We'll be back in no time because that's how this works.
Welcome back.
No.
During our break, we talked about Edward Snowden, and I think that's something we should briefly touch on for the end of our episode here.
End of our episode. We're 20 minutes in.
Half an hour in, I'm tired.
Just
We'll
you've
make
been
it
Twitter this whole time.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. Like however long it needs to be.
Edward, so I feel like if you went down the street and you're like, quick question or quick little poll, do you know who these people are? And you have other people and you have Edward Snowden on there. No one knows who Edward Snowden is, which is a problem.
I want to disagree with you, but people can't read
know.
analog clocks. So
Yeah.
I've honestly, like, every time I want to believe in humanity, I think of an analog clock, and I kind of just give up.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually, I want to. Well, Edward Snowden and also whistleblowing, because I'm going to read this quote again that we were talking about earlier. Whistleblowing is democracy's safeguard of last resort, the one upon which we all rely when all other checks and balances have failed. What do you think about that quote?
I think that quote is 95% true.
Hmm.
I do think that there are times when, if you're whistleblowing stuff that isn't the government doing bad, but you're like, this has happened like under the Trump administration, where they're just giving away things to the enemy, that's not good. But besides that little niche of, like, basically I would call those fake whistleblowers. If something bad is happening, you should tell me.
Yeah.
That's
Which is what
honestly
Edward Snowden
It's a
did.
great rule of thumb. Edward Snowden told people...
What he did was justified.
I think you're right that it didn't matter, though.
It didn't.
Because
It's still happening.
People, like, woke people before him already knew that was happening.
Yeah, but Edward Snowden was like, hey, everyone.
Yeah. He
It's
said,
happening.
hey, everyone. When the people that already knew it was happening, it's like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then other people were like, oh, that's crazy.
Wow, that's
Oh,
crazy.
dude, the McRib is back?
Whoa!
Like, the McRib, holy shit.
McNuggies are on sale.
By the way, Subway has, like, a rib sandwich. It just looks like a Big McRib. I'm going to try it soon.
It's not going to be good. McRib isn't good. I'm just going to
It
say it.
hasn't been good for, like, the last, like, 6 years, but I remember when
hasn't
it
been
was
good.
good. It used to be good. I
Hasn't
remember, like,
been
10
good.
years ago it was delicious.
It hasn't been good.
It hasn't. You're
I'm
right.
just going to cut it out every time he says it hasn't been good since. So you're just going to say it hasn't been good.
Okay. So,
The magic of editing.
Sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Edward Snowden did nothing wrong. Atheism? No. Oh, okay.
What?
Well,
That
I,
was not the cue
I
at
think-
all. That was so far.
I think that we should go back to the Old West days.
Okay.
Like, everyone is armed. Vigilante justice exists to an extent. There's still law enforcement, just like in the Old West.
Yeah.
And there's some
Like
other
a
point I
sheriff.
wanted to make about this.
We should go back to the Old West.
We should just go back to Old West times. There's a good quote. You should look this up real quick. I don't remember who said it, but an armed society is a polite society. Tell me.
I
I mean,
really enjoy that.
there it
I
is.
really enjoy that.
What was his
Google's
name?
listening.
Quote by Robert A.
Heinlein.
Who is he?
Look it up. Armed
Probably
society is a polite
German.
society. Manners are good when one may have to back up his acts with his life.
That almost looks like
It's such a good quote.
That almost looks like
Well-
the guy from Tremors.
Watch this fucking magic real quick, by
Oh
the
yeah,
way. Search Google.
Oh,
So while you guys are looking that up,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just start talking here.
Go for it.
Interrupt me anytime. I agree with you, except for the fact that we still need a military to stave off like China and stuff.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that our society should go back to the Old West style.
No, everyone has a gun.
Everyone is armed.
Basically, all gun laws are gone,
Yes,
except don't point it at people.
unless they're,
Yeah, and unless they're infringing on someone else's
starting
well-being.
shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rub your business. No, you ain't.
Bounty hunters.
Yes.
Okay, bounty hunters. Yes.
Hey, this guy raped and killed my neighbor's daughter. I'll give you $1,000 if you kill him.
Well,
Okay, like who's not
Whoa.
gonna go want to kill this pedophile
that,
or whatever?
that is true. That is true. Like, that's not immoral. I would never say it's immoral. That's not how bounty hunters 100% work, though. It would be people that the law could not find, and the law would be like, hey, this person,
Yeah, I know.
they're a bad person, dead or alive.
I know,
Oh,
definitely,
yeah.
but that's you could still also just put a bounty on some dude that is pedophile or killed some people or robbed a bank.
Yeah. I think that the only thing that kind of makes me a little weary of that is what if they did something, but it doesn't necessarily deserve like death. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, that is
I don't
where
want
it gets
neighbors-
blurry.
I don't want neighbors putting bounties on people.
Yeah.
That's-
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I think
That's
it's your
like mercy.
duty. I know. I think there is a line between mercenary and bounty hunter, but I think your duty as a bounty hunter is to at least look into a little bit who you're trying to go kill or capture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like obviously if you're like, oh well, this person actually doesn't deserve to be killed or whatever, I'm just not gonna go do that.
Yeah,
Like what?
I think we're relying 100% on the morality of society.
But that's the thing. Eventually, it'll balance itself out.
Right, because I think people should have are innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
And bounties, as a bunch of said, should be for people who are really hard to find or are extremely dangerous.
Sure.
Yeah, it's obvious they're guilty. They're in hiding.
Yeah.
They've killed a bunch of people, and the cops can't do anything. But
yeah, cool, perfect.
I will say that in today's society, that's typically not the case. Like, we have infinite resources for them now.
Yeah, but how much manpower do you have to use those resources?
Right now, not much, because
Exactly.
the riots and all that stuff.
Not much in general.
Yep.
The grand scheme of things.
It's like the school, like Crime Busters, will give you $1,500 to rent out the
Yep.
kid with weed in his backpack.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I've thought about that before, but I could use $1,500
Yeah,
right now.
$1,500
Like,
sounds
Like
nice.
I'll call him up, I'll negotiate. I'll be like, I want the full price.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the
I
thing,
see this, I know this,
Mhm.
I want all the money.
The problem-
you say up to, I want that.
Exactly, I want that number. But the problem with that is, like, as you're a kid in high school or whatever, that money doesn't go to you; it goes to your parents.
Same.
Oh yeah, your parents are like, we'll put this in your
The
college
cops,
fund.
the cops don't roll up and give you like $1,500 bills.
Yeah, you
That
like
doesn't
go
matter how it
to
works.
the kid right before he gets rolled on.
Exactly.
Take some of that.
The cop pulls out a roll of hundreds, just licks his thumb, like, counts to 15. It's like, here you go, kid. Puts the rest of it back in his
You just
fucking
immediately
chest.
take that money, go over to the guy you ratted on, be like, yo, dog, I'll take some of that.
Yeah,
Just bounce.
exactly.
Like, no, he wasn't the one that he bought. What?
You guys remember when the drug dogs come to high school
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they sniff out? Can't they like mistake some things for drugs?
probably.
Like
Yeah.
some like soap, some
Just a waste of
That's
resources.
a type of detector that does that mistakes it for soap.
Yeah,
You know,
I think it's a waste
I
of
had-
resources for dog drug busts.
one day I
in
was
schools.
In
Yeah.
schools?
yeah. Well, yeah.
Uh,
So hold on. Well, let me just
If
say
they're
this.
trying to find like a crack house, I'm
One,
sure.
one day I was sitting in class. Obviously, multiple drug dogs have come in, but this time a drug dog comes in, and afterwards, this one guy comes up to me and he shows me his pocket, and it was filled with weed. And I was like, "Why did the dog not do anything?" Like, I wanted this forever. I asked him. He's like, "I have
Yeah.
no idea."
Dude.
So dogs
I
aren't
asked-
perfect.
No.
I asked someone who had a former career in the police, and I was like, "Why would a dog not go after him for having weed? I've seen that dog caught somebody else. Like, what's going on
Yeah.
here?" And he's like, "Well, some people give the dogs whatever minor drugs are found." And I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, they give the dog the drugs sometimes, and if the dog, like, if it's really shitty, the dog doesn't want it." Are you serious?
What? Oh my god! The
I was like-
Mexi weed.
I was like, yeah, the Mexi weed. I was like, so if it's Mexi weed, he's like, the dog might not want it. He won't go
Are you-
for it.
That's some low shelf shit. bro.
Because
I don't
the
give a
dog goes
fuck.
in there, he starts tearing shit up, and he
I only
eats it.
smoke the
You know, he's
top
not gonna
shelf
want it
shit.
now. There's no reward. There's no biscuit anymore.
I don't get out of
It's like,
bed for
oh
less than like OG Kush.
I always look at the top shelf shit, man. Purple
Yeah,
daddy,
fucking Skywalker OG, bro. Give me some of that.
the fucking
Dog of culture.
So funny. Dude.
lemon haze. I forget the strain name. It's just a bunch. And you can if you create a new strain, you can just
Really
name it whatever you want.
Yeah, that's how it works.
So when you find a new animal,
Anyway, Old West. Even my grandmother, she's like, yeah, I think literally everyone should at least have a sidearm.
Dude, I would.
Grandma said that. She's so.
I want to
awesome.
rock
even
around.
the woman.
I want to walk
Yep,
around with
yeah.
like 3 guns. I want to walk around with an assault rifle strapped to me.
Yep.
A handgun, like holster, and
Yep.
even like one of those like little sneaky ones on them.
A boot
You
Derringer.
walk into McDonald's. I would like a
ballistic
one of
knife.
your guns. I would like a Big Mac, please.
Yeah, okay, but the McDonald's cashier also has a gun.
That's true.
Yeah.
They
Got
just
her
fall,
on
they're
his-
like,
yeah.
sure thing. We'll get you that Big Mac.
It
Yeah.
literally doesn't matter how many guns I have.
Yeah.
If everyone else in the building also has a gun.
That's how it works.
I love it because, like, if I was a bad person, I'd be like, "Wow, I'm gonna get my guns. I'm gonna go to where no one has guns, and I'm gonna kill everybody."
Yeah, but
But
they
if
have guns.
everyone has guns everywhere, you're gonna get a couple people that
You're gonna think fucking
If
twice.
you're in a room,
Sleeping.
if you're in a room with strangers and they all have a gun and they don't trust each other, it's basically mad, mutually assured destruction. Like that scene from Inglourious Bastards where one of them
Yeah.
gets found out, they all just shoot each other.
Can you make
Well, it's dead man. No, we're fine. Let's keep going.
Do I,
Let's go
hold
back
on,
to-
if I see somebody die, do I legally have to call? Like, I would call an ambulance, but do I legally have to?
Were you at all involved?
If I was not at all involved? No.
No.
I'm walking and I see somebody collapse. Do I legally have to be like,
Nope.
beep, beep,
It's just
beep?
being a good
You do
Samaritan.
not-
They called an
you have no
ambulance.
Okay,
legal
Noah, then
obligation.
you're dead. All right, moving on.
Cool.
Going back to the trailer take. I am joined.
As
my
always, yeah, you got your beer there. As always, you are joined with your compatriots,
What,
Josh and Zupan.
what were we talking about?
We were talking about the Old West.
Yeah. How far did we get into that?
Well, we just talked
Bounty
about
hunters.
bounty hunters.
Okay, so that's good.
Wait,
That's
we
done.
covered bounty
Usually.
That was the big
So
part.
what about like
they're
modern day like medical technology and all
What
that?
about it?
Like
We
we,
have
we
it.
That
still
would still
have
be
it?
there. Yeah.
Okay, well,
When I say Old West, I'm not saying we need to technologically devolve. I'm saying the society needs to shift
The
its
only
behavior.
thing
Uh.
that the only like most laws need to go away. Yeah. To like go back to the basic laws. The only laws that we need to keep that aren't like basic human right laws that I'm aware of would be the ones that stop complete monopolies like the Rockford. and shit like that.
Obviously, antitrust laws.
Exactly. Go after everything.
Not that they work. Disney, Apple, Microsoft.
I wanna say something against it. They kind of work. Kind of.
Disney, Apple, Microsoft.
You're like, what about
If
this?
our
Coca-Cola.
lawmakers had balls, they would work every time.
Oh, that's cool.
Why can't they just be
If
like,
the
hey,
prosecutors,
Disney,
not
stop
lawmakers.
buying
Yeah.
everything?
I mean, I said lawmakers.
Like,
I meant prosecutors. If the people
Is it
that
too much money?
prosecute for the people breaking the laws
Mhm.
would actually go after Google, would actually go after.
They'd lose.
They'd win.
Too much money.
They'd win still. They have the
Mm.
government. They have the military on their side.
They have money.
They have money too. They both have
You
money.
know what's like crazy that Disney does? You guys all know about fair use, right? Or no, not fair use. Well, what, copyright law? Copyright
Yeah,
law.
what about copyright law? Fair
Um,
use exists.
Well, it's not
supposedly.
fair use, but public domain.
Yeah.
So anyone can use it, right?
Yeah.
I forget the original, like how long, like a character.
Oh, you're
was
talking about
made.
They did change it. You're
The
right.
patent for Mickey Mouse.
Mickey
The
Mouse.
copyright.
Mickey Mouse was about to become public domain.
Can you
And
imagine?
like, oh, we can't possibly
Disney
have that.
changed the law 4 times to extend the length of the period of a copyrighted thing.
Wait, hold on. How long until? Oh no,
It was
no, it's indefinite because as long as they're still using it for revenue, it never goes away.
5
They have it
times.
forever.
5 times that. It used to be like 10 years, and it was 30, and it was 50, and it was
Well-
94
well,
or something, and
now-
now it's
now-
indefinite, I guess.
Now I may be wrong. I believe it's indefinite.
Still
I believe
screwed
as
up.
long as they're still making new content and still making money with it, they own it forever.
Like,
Thanks
if,
to
if, if
Disney.
the original creator of something is like dead,
Long dead.
like long dead,
And their kids are long dead.
Mm-hmm. And their kids,
like
kids
Walt
are dead.
Disney's dead. All right.
Yep.
Like
Has been.
he's
Whoa,
been dead
whoa,
for a
whoa.
while.
Does that mean when they unfreeze him and revive him, that
No.
now we'll no longer
You
public
just
domain?
had to bring
It
it
was
up.
low hanging fruit. It was really,
Yeah,
it was
it
right
really
in front of
It
me.
was low-hanging fruit.
Just an apple
I'd
right
probably do it at
there.
the same time as Hitler, and then Hitler and Walt would have a chat.
I'm sure they're
Because
friends.
they are.
Probably. I don't know.
There was literal Disney animation with Nazi propaganda in it.
No, it was anti.
I remember that.
No, it wasn't.
It was anti-Nazi.
I don't think it was.
It was anti.
I remember seeing it and not thinking it was anything.
Yeah.
Nazi.
You probably think of
I'm
a
looking
different
at that.
cartoon property than that.
Maybe.
If you're just out there, look into it. Anyway,
Maybe.
copyright law is crap because of Disney. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Disney.
Yep.
You'll be here forever. Try the veal.
Mhm.
Try the human child. I'm sorry.
Is
New
Disney
York.
involved?
New
in
York,
human
I
trafficking?
apologize, New York.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
all of New
sorry.
York, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought up how you kill babies.
Dude,
You guys remember when during the pandemic, LA and New York decided to experiment a little bit? Like, if we have more crime happen in the streets, less people will go outside during the pandemic, right?
Wait, what are you talking about?
So- LA and New York took
Mm.
bail, put it to $0.
That is true. They did let out criminals. The reason that the reason they claimed they did that though was because they didn't want inmates catching COVID and dying.
That's another reason.
That's what they claimed.
Yeah.
That was the claim.
The
What is
main
hydroxychloroquine?
actual reason was like we don't want more inmates. You know what else they did? They just had it so if someone is stealing something up to $1,000, like it's below $1,000,
Ah.
police. If you call the police, they will not show up to the scene. So there's videos of people when this started. There's videos of people literally walking the stores, stealing shit, walking out, no police or anything.
They walk out. Police officers like scanning how much their items cost. Like, oh, that's 1,021. You're gonna have to put something back. We're like, okay, I'll come back for the microwave in a couple
Yeah.
hours. Like what?
Well, actually, so
It's fucking stupid.
I believe California law that passed, I guess, in the grand scheme of things recently, is if you've stolen less than $950 worth of goods, then it didn't matter, basically, or something like that. Or maybe it's New York law, one of the stupid blue states, or it couldn't have been if it's theft for less than $950, it couldn't be a felony, or it couldn't be like an actual serious charge.
You know who
Yeah.
who people who took advantage of that law didn't steal from? Rooftop Koreans.
That's true. Why is that?
Rooftop Koreans are so awesome.
Why did
I
they
love
steal
it so
babes?
much, dude.
Why didn't they steal from Rooftop Koreans?
They like pray to their ancestors. Their ancestors are like, you know what?
Yeah, exactly.
What did I do?
You
Like,
know what to
already
do.
know.
You already know.
They're just like I remember like when there was like a protest outside the store I work at, and it was getting a little rowdy,
Mhm.
and everyone was a little concerned like this might like break out into something like kind of violent.
Yeah.
But you wish you had a roof Korean.
I was about to call my boss. I'm like, did we have just like a secret, just like firearm somewhere around
Fuck
here? I'll get
no.
on the roof. I'll be ready.
No.
The under the counter AR.
Yeah.
I need you
So-
to dust the AR.
That's
Yeah.
the other thing. I might be like, wow, they're burning my city. I better go out there right now and make sure to stop them. I don't know if I would necessarily do that or not, but my point is, since I'm not allowed to have a gun out, I don't have the option to decide to protect
Exactly.
anything. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to go out there and be like, hey, stop burning those buildings, like, okay, then a cop comes over, he's like, all right, buddy, you're going to jail. I'm not going to do that.
No.
Like, fuck you. Like, you fix it or let it burn at that point. The laws are not made to allow me
Yeah.
to help you. Can we also talk about how, what's the California, Gavin Newsom, that's right.
Mm,
Gavin Newsom went after wineries.
what?
Yeah,
Why?
because of COVID.
What?
He shut them all down, except there was one winery company he let. His winery company has been operating at full capacity under no restrictions the whole time.
Wow.
He shut all the other ones down, limited them completely. Like, almost all of them are shut down except for a few. And those ones, like, they can't do almost anything. His are operating completely functionally. Do not buy any Gavin Newsom wine if you happen to live in California. Please.
Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
So
You
ridiculous.
still on me.
It just.
I love how Rooftop Koreans came back, by the way.
They had the comeback.
They had
It's
to.
like
to come back
it's
at-
Avatar: The
Like
Last
Bill and Ted
Airbender.
3.
Just when the world needed them the most, they were gone. But then they came back when
Yep.
the world really needed them the most. Now we really need you. Like, okay, we're back,
Now we need like Rooftop Americans.
dude.
Just everyone.
If
on
I
the
would,
roof.
if I wouldn't get arrested or shot for doing it, I would do it.
Those guys didn't get arrested or shot now in LA.
Well, that's because
Rooftop Koreans, the
Were they
modern.
in
Wait, go back,
LA?
whoa, yeah. Go back down. Go back down. Go back down. Go back down.
Down. Okay. Scrolling down.
well, did you see the
Go
"Don't
on.
Tread on Me" one? Whee!
Fuck around. Find
That's
out.
so awesome.
That is awesome. Save that.
Oh yeah.
Now we're just looking at memes during this podcast.
Yeah, well, guys, you just
We'll be right
chill
back.
here while we look at memes.
Yeah.
You
I'm
I'm gonna
guys
put them up.
are,
It's gonna be good.
Go ahead and put your feet up.
Oh, put it on the fucking hard
Oh,
drive.
it's on the hard drive.
Mate, just put it in
All right,
resources or
So
something.
I've talked to you about this a few times.
Hold on.
Okay.
Go down.
Any other images
Keep
you want
going.
to add?
Like that one, the modern recreation of the old OG Rooftop Korean.
I like
police.
the one with all the fucking white like bandanas on their head.
Well, yeah, but that's the old one. This is a new one that's like the same angle and pose as the old one. This one I'm looking at.
Oh, is that the old one?
Yeah, that is a
That's
Korean.
Wow.
By the way, that rifle, that's the Daewoo K2. That is the Korean ripoff of the Air 15,
Wow.
and it's awesome.
Pretty cool.
Anyway, you were saying?
So, Josh, I've talked to you about this a few times privately, and you
I don't like where this is going.
my entire life I've been an optimist.
Yeah.
You've seen it. Anything
Yeah, no,
happens, and I'm like, okay, here's the bright side. I'll laugh at that. We'll
Yep.
move on. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Right now, I have never felt anxiety really ever. I feel it now
Mhm.
because of what's going on.
hmm
And I feel really sad and almost depressed. Just in case I'm not going to get suicided. Not like that, though. Don't suicide me. I feel almost depressed, though, because of the state of the world.
Sure.
And
How could you not? It's
when-
a shit show.
Understandable.
when they're killing babies and they're keeping them alive to harvest their
Keep them
organs.
comfortable.
Yeah. What state was that? Do you remember?
Virginia.
Virginia. The Virginia governor said that New York, when they actually kill babies after they've already been born
You can Google that.
and sell their organs, you can Google that. It has happened. Google might try and tell you it hasn't, but if you dig a little
This is
deeper,
like years ago
you'll
now. Like
find-
this started.
it's been going
It's
on.
over.
It's been going on for about a year and a half now. As someone that believes in God, I think that we are letting down, in a certain sense, by not protesting that. I think that that this is almost the reason more bad things are going to come. In my opinion, we're letting so many bad things happen that we almost deserve whatever's coming next.
You think so?
Almost,
You mean
because
I'm not the one that's shitting up.
you're not the one that's doing it.
Yeah.
But
why do I deserve to get cucked because of it?
we've never, we've spoken out about our opinions. We've never tried to start a movement. We've never called a governor. We've never done anything like that.
I wrote a letter to governor once.
Have you?
Yeah.
That's awesome, actually.
What did you tell Gavin Newsom?
No, actually, it was the prior governor of
Why
California.
would you even? Oh, you did message your California governor. That's interesting.
I did.
We don't even
because-
live in California.
I know. Well, they were cucking up the state so much, and I was like, well, okay.
Forgot about your cousins. You do have cousins out in California. Though.
Yeah,
Go on.
anyway, so it was what's the previous California governor? Right now there's Newsom.
I am Governor
Jerry Brown.
Brown.
Jerry Brown.
I wear a smile that never frowns.
So Jerry Brown, by the
Soon I
way,
will be president.
he will not be, but
That's
they
the
were cutting up
the
the gun
Uber Allies.
laws. They were cutting up the gun laws. By the way, I don't like when people are like, "Oh, well, let California burn." Well, it's not good when California has cut gun laws passed. That means the rest of the country is like, "We can do that."
Yeah.
So that's not good. So I was like, "Hey,
Texas is right behind.
I know, unfortunate. How the mighty have fallen." I was like, "Hey, Mr. Brown, why don't you stop fucking doing that?" And it's funny because Jerry Brown actually shot down a lot of gun laws, surprisingly. And the second Newsom got elected, he said yes to all those.
Write another letter, dude. Sounds like it worked the first time.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's too late. He already did it.
If you create more gun laws, you will regret it. Signed, Josh.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Fuck around and find out. See, I know it's hilarious, but if the entire country was like, stop fucking doing that, or there will be consequences. They're gonna stop doing that.
Kill another baby after they're born. I double dog dare you.
Exactly. See what happens. But no one does that.
No one does that. And you know what?
I don't.
The reason is because they've desensitized and they've thrown so much at you at once.
Yeah.
To where even if you're a person like us that cares and we pay attention, it's like, well, what can I do about New York so far away killing babies or Virginia? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't understand. They make it confusing. They make it confusing and they make it horrible on purpose as a distraction. And they're eugenicists. That's what they are.
Oh, yeah.
They don't care about how many people they kill because that's the goal. They'll kill anybody to distract you because their goal is to kill everybody or almost everybody.
Eugenics.
Bill Gates talks about that. People talk about how they want 6 million people in the whole world.
That's almost as many. Never mind.
I will say, yeah, this year's just been depressing for me. It just
It's been a year and a half. I'll tell you what.
Of course, I was like every time it can't possibly get worse. It gets worse, and it's the most ridiculous shit happens. We have 2 hurricanes happening at the same time
double
that turn into a super
Ooh,
hurricane.
That's a good one. How do you guys feel about Harp?
By who?
Harp.
Elaborate on that.
Harp is
Am I retarded?
I'm surprised you guys haven't
Having
heard
a
about Harp,
stroke?
to be honest. For about the last 15 or 20 years, Harp has been in the business of altering the weather. It's a
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yes,
Harp.
Harp.
There's
Yep.
so much going on, you would
I know.
forget about Harp.
I know. It got memory
So-
hold.
My question, okay, so first of all, they won't openly say they alter the weather, obviously, but they do have a whole bunch of employees, and I've seen their own websites and this is what they do, and it's well then it sounds like you guys are just altering the weather.
It is. No, at one point they said they literally we will have best
Yeah.
weather conditions for your gathering.
Yeah. So
Yeah, whatever.
my point is, they do
They
alter the
literally
weather,
alter-
and my question is, maybe I'm not going to say they're creating these problems as a distraction, but let me ask you this. Even if they're not creating the problems, why are they not preventing them? Like, oh, wow, 2 hurricanes are coming. How about we make clear, sunny skies?
We change the.
Like, dude, it's hot here. How about you make 75-degree weather? You do that, Harp, and I'm going to start rooting. Like,
I'll
you
suck
turn
Harp
me around,
dick.
dude.
Yeah,
Like, right now, I'm
I'll
fully
invest in
against you.
Harp if they fix my weather.
I'm kind of in the camp where like they just shouldn't fuck with the weather at all. Just
No.
leave nature do its thing.
That's my camp.
That's too late though.
Yeah, they
You
already
can't
fucking
uninvent the nuke. You can't uninvent weather changing.
Anyway.
I think we could definitely pass like Geneva Convention and laws like don't fuck with that, and if you do, we'll come after you. But the point is that we're not going to do that. But
No one
you
pays
should be
attention to the
preventing
Geneva
hurricanes.
Connection.
Even you know what? If we have the technology, no matter what, if we know a large hurricane is going to devastate an area and kill people and like destroy stuff, I'm 100% okay with you preventing that now. Like I don't actually care. I don't want you to use it as a weapon ever, but preventing disasters. How can I disagree?
Honestly,
So why aren't they doing that?
good question.
And
Wonderful question.
is it possible that they created the disaster? Obviously, it's possible, but
Is it probable?
the question is it what's happening? You know, like there's so much going on. That's just one more thing to look at.
I know that they're definitely putting up distractions for sure.
Who is?
Who? Yeah, that's a good question. Who is? Who do you think? I think me and Josh, we might actually disagree a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Who do you think?
Who do I think?
Yeah. First of all, do you think there's a person you could point at like this person? Or do you think it's a small group? What do you think?
I think when it comes to like the quote unquote puppet masters of everything, I think it's much it's a larger group and organization of people with their hands in a lot of things.
Okay.
But I also think it's not just one mind, it's like multiple groups of people as well. I don't think there's like one secret organization that's controlling everything. I think if anything, it's a group of smaller ones that act similar.
Go on. Go on, sir.
I'd like to say for the record that I only get to sit on 1/4 of this entire bench.
Oh my god, you poor baby! I'll scoot over.
You're bigger than he is. You should get more than a quarter.
Literally, this is why communism doesn't work. This is why socialism. Now we each are on half of the bench.
I've actually studied economics a lot of my life.
You're a globalist.
I've studied economics a lot of my life, and I can tell you if you think it might work, there's no chance. I promise you. Like 100%. I've thought about like, man, in a perfect world, like some sort of society where everyone like, no, just trust me on,
dude.
Like if you have no knowledge of economics, it probably sounds good. It's not good. I promise. Like,
imagine having any knowledge of economics.
Yeah, like seriously, I understand why you wouldn't because they don't teach it to you on purpose. I understand that. So if you don't, like, it might sound good. Don't bite that. Don't bite that at all. Email the trailer take. I'll be happy to explain to you forever.
You should actually write up like a PDF and just like, here's what you need to fucking know about economics, retard.
I mean, I've studied so much economics, but I don't like doing things like that because I almost feel like it's just regurgitating what I've read. You know?
That's true. It's more reading that no one's gonna read.
Yeah, like economics is already down. Like I have not invented anything in economics. Like if we do this, capitalism with a twist. You know, I can't do that.
We're already there though.
Capitalism with a twist.
We are at capitalism with a twist.
Yeah, I didn't invent that, and I'm not happy about it though.
It's a good band name.
Capitalism with a twist is an interesting name.
That's actually the name of our tank for the Boogaloo.
You know,
spray painted on the side.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a band or anything like that at all, you can 100% take economics with capitalism with a twist. We only ask that you mention our name one time.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Like you can have it. It's free.
It's yours.
But just please, it is.
I wanted to quickly update. I don't know if it was last episode or the episode before, we were talking about Portland, Oregon a little bit. I wanted to update people. The the riots are still happening. It's been over 100 days. And what's crazy is like almost every other night, the police and the rioters keep upping like like the status of like the warfare going
So
on.
the arms race.
It's
has
like
begun.
the arms race of the fucking riots.
Okay.
You're gonna drink. How many beers of mine have you had?
It's like 4.
I've had, if you count the one I just grabbed, 4.
I've only had 2.
But
Then-
they're only 805s. I mean, like, this
You
is
did.
like,
You.
what's the proof of these guys? It's not
It's like 4.
No,
4. This is
It's the number.
4
Add
This
all
episode
that-
add
to
all
you.
these together,
by
and
the
that's
number
one
4.
of my stone. Like, give me a break.
I saw a video recently where they now have like cop juggernauts. Who like the rioters will have they'll hold up like shield, they'll have like a wall. They'll create a wall of shields.
Wool.
They're like heavily
Walls work.
armed, fucking
They do.
feds
They don't do
or
it for no reason.
cops. They will just run in there and just punch right through the wall of rioters just to break lines, and then then the rest of them could get in there and like grab the people with the shield because
It's awesome.
yeah, it's just to break lines. Like every night they just keep upping, like they keep upping each other. They keep trying to like it's like an arms race of like riots and like the police and feds. Like it's still going on. It's still getting worse.
I'll touch on that briefly. Personally, I think the whole like us and police, like us and them thing, it's so misguided.
It is.
Yes, police are the establishment. They're the lowest form of
They are.
establishment.
Well, you said
you
feds
should-
earlier. Police aren't feds usually.
That's true.
It's
Even
state
feds.
level.
Even feds. These aren't the people that are profiting from your suffering. I
No,
promise you.
They're not.
So, first of all, violence is wrong. You should not go out and be violent towards anyone. But if you want to protest peacefully, like Martin Luther King would say, you need to go out and you need to find the people that are actually responsible for your plights. It's not the police officers.
Names and
Oh.
addresses.
Crazy thing. Who's ever in charge of the county that Portland is in? They're passing some laws and stuff where for certain charges having to do with the protest, the DA will not like pursue. One of those being
That's district attorney for some people who don't know.
Yeah. One of those being interfering with an arrest. You know, a lot of people who are like unarresting people. Where,
Interfering for an arrest? Are you crazy?
So like
Crazy.
you see videos of the feds. They try to arrest someone who like just threw like a Molotov cocktail, and like some people like they gang up. They push the feds off so the guy can run away.
Yeah.
And then the feds like, oh well, let's just arrest these guys.
Yeah.
They arrest them, immediately free. DA does not pursue the charges.
A couple.
That's
if
one of them.
If this was pre-George Floyd or pre-COVID, I would be like, no way, pull it up. I don't believe you. But you know what? We've entered like a hyperspeed of ridiculousn's. I 100% believe it.
Yeah,
I
clown
would bet
world.
money on it. I believe you 100%.
On-
That's ridiculous. It makes me sad, but moving on.
I like you're typing Portland, but when you typed PO, something else came up. That's pretty interesting.
What came up?
I don't know what. What is that?
Oh!
I
Anyway,
need to clear my browser.
What would God say, Noah?
what would God say?
Nice.
EH.
Lord
What is
Jesus
EH? What is
right
EH? What is EH? What is EH? What is that website?
All right. So,
Interesting. Can we press F for Louisiana right now? By the way,
What? Oh,
the hurricanes.
I'll spam F for like the whole country right now.
Yeah, actually, F. Can we get an F for
we'll say
America?
last thing about Portland, Oregon. There are
Respect.
a video of it right here. There are militias showing up there to counteract the rioters. Currently,
Cool.
they have like shields and stuff. They're like, they got the
Helmets.
Blue Lives Matter flag and everything. So there might be a little bit of hope here, but this might just turn out into like an even bigger shit show if like fights break out between these and we have more shootings just like Kyle. So we will have to stay tuned.
All right, I'm gonna ask you guys a hypothetical here.
Mhm.
Josh, I think I already know your answer, but I want you to try and explain it for the audience as well.
Sure.
If you guys had the power right now to change one laws regarding a topic, so you could pick abortion, you could pick guns, you could pick land ownership, you could pick trade, you pick
Civil rights.
civil rights. There's a whole bunch of different stuff you could pick. What would you want to trade? What would you want to change,
Free speech.
and why?
I'm gonna let you start that one, Noah.
You should definitely pick that one. What did you say?
Repeat the first part of the question.
If you have the power to change the category of the law, so like basically any law that affects that entity, you can change.
All encompassing.
Yes. So if you want to pick
so-
civil rights, you have to go a little bit more detailed than that, though. You have to be like free
So, like,
speech or this or that.
Voting.
Voting, exactly.
I'm still like kind of confused on that. So like,
You have the power to change a set of laws
Entire genre of law.
regarding a topic. You could say guns. Let everyone walk around with guns the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Or be
okay.
Australia.
What
Okay.
would you pick?
Guns. All gun laws are unconstitutional.
Okay.
Get rid of them.
Okay. Josh, what would you pick? The same thing.
Same thing.
Okay. No,
I would
why?
agree. Why? Gun law.
Why
gun
is the
law
most important part.
unconstitutional.
Okay.
We shouldn't have unconstitutional laws,
Okay.
and we shouldn't have police officers and law enforcement enforcing unconstitutional laws as they're trying to uphold their.
That's a big point I love. If you're a police officer, you're honestly, I think every cop is one of the best persons I've ever met. Never been a bad one in my whole life.
I have.
That being said, though, I'm sure they exist, but that being said, though, if you know a law is unconstitutional, don't, like, whatever you can do to not, to drag your feet on it, please do it. If you know it's wrong, do whatever you can.
If you ask cops, they'll tell you that all the time they're faced with situations where, like, morally they disagree with, like, what they're arresting someone for or, like, the law that they have to enforce, but it's their job.
Yeah.
But how do you answer the question?
Protest then. So, Josh, what was your reason?
I would probably abolish every gun law because the Second Amendment's the most important one. How do you protect the other ones if you don't have
People don't
firearms?
realize that.
So,
And also, what gets me is like with the police thing, like you're saying, not only do they enforce unconstitutional laws sometimes, but if you look at California, for example, all police officers, most of them carry like a Glock 17 with a 17-round magazine, which is illegal in California.
But the cops
Car-
get to have
not
it.
only
I should
car-
be able
not
to have it.
exactly not only carrying the firearm itself, but also the magazine capacity. So the cop can do that, but citizen can't. That is the definition of
I
tyranny.
will save tax dollar money by dealing with the robber myself.
Yes, capitalism.
I am
So what's yours take there, Soup?
So I wouldn't say guns. Here's why.
All right, let's see it.
Obviously, I would love it if you like your thing happened. 100%. Both of
Sure.
you, I think that's 100% great.
Pipe
Thing
dream
is,
or
though, is
whatever.
we all have guns already. We can't walk around with them. That's sad. We still have them. Like, it's still in the back pocket. So
For now.
I'm not as concerned about it as I am of other things going on.
Then what's your main concern?
The right to life.
Okay.
Now, I'm not one of
First
those.
Amendment.
I'm not one of those people. The First Amendment, yeah. If I can throw in all of them, I'd love to do that. But specifically, I'd target the right to life, and here's why. I'm not one of those people that's crazy, like, you're a bad person if you get an abortion, you can't get an abortion ever. Personally, I disagree with them. I don't want to fund abortion clinics, but I don't think that it's necessarily evil, and it's just not for me, basically. I don't ever want to have anything to do with it more than I already have. I'm not interested in it. And, I do think, though, if you wait until very late until the baby could potentially be removed and still live as a normal baby, or until after, that is a huge problem. And let me ask you this hypothetical. In New York, or in other places too, but New York's a great example because it's so easy to find. They've already made it perfectly fine to kill babies and sell their organs that have already been born. They keep them alive for a while so their organs don't spoil. And they drown them and they have to hold them down because babies swim. That's a horrible thing I just said. But that's the world we're living in.
Yeah.
So they've opened the floodgates for you are technically not alive after you're born if your parents say so. So
Yep.
what that means is if you're technically not alive after you're born, that floodgate is just slaughtered.
Yeah,
Like,
that
here
feels
it is.
bad.
So when are you alive? And if you had told someone 20 years ago, you would say you took a time machine, you fucking hitched a ride with Doc, and were like, hey, Doc, I'm going to go talk to somebody real quick. Hey, man, guess what? 20 years, they're going to be killing babies after they're born and selling their organs legally, and everyone's going to know about it, nobody's going to care. They'd laugh at you,
Exactly.
they'd call you crazy, and they'd shove you away from,
Exactly.
they'd shove you away. Like, you're fucking psycho. Good
In
way.
his sagging jeans and
So-
spiked hair.
So my question is, I would like you to think about if that trend continues, just with the life aspect, is it possible that we don't have the right to life until we're considered an adult?
There's already arguments to support that now, right now.
What do you
There's
mean? I haven't heard about this.
Okay, so you're legally an adult at 18.
You can't own anything.
You can't own it. basically don't have rights until you're 18.
That's
So
true.
Pretty
that
much.
that alone supports what you just said. Your hypothetical
That's a good point. Yeah,
that you're not even alive until you're 18.
Yeah,
You're basically
you can't
property.
own anything. If you're treated horribly, like super bad, you are allowed to have the government come in and protect you.
Yeah.
Literally, other than horrible mistreatment, you could do nothing.
Yep.
You own nothing.
You can get a restrictive driver's license.
If you commit a crime, it's not even your fault really. It's your parents' fault.
Yeah.
They pay
Like
the bill.
Exactly. And if you decide to not go to school and you're 16,
So if the
your
reason
parents have to deal with it.
if the reason you're allowed to be killed as a baby is simply because your parents say it's okay, does that mean that trend could continue until later?
Exactly. If you're 16, your parents can be like, you know what, I don't want to kill him.
There's actually a dystopian science fiction novel I heard about. I haven't read it. It came out a while ago. It's called Unwind. It's about in the future there's a second civil war and it's over abortion and life, right to life and all that.
Okay.
And a settlement is made to so everyone would stop fighting. It's you can't have an abortion, but if your child is born, once they hit the age of about 12 or 13, if you decide, you can have them be killed and have their organs, but basically donated, like they're organ donors.
That's a huge
And that's being
business
called
raised
Unwind.
Mm.
And that's basically the concept. The novel's like it follows a few group of teens who their parents want them to unwind. There's like a cult of people, but they'll have a child just to specifically have them be unwound.
All right. Well, I'm gonna scrap a book I've been working on. Thank you for that information. I really appreciate that.
Unwind. That's the name. I don't know if it's actually good.
That's about a month
the concept
wasted, by
is
the way, ladies and
In
gentlemen. Feels great.
that hypothetical future, a big business would be just people fucking and creating like children just to be killed and have their organs sold.
Yeah.
That's now officially a business in that world.
Oh yeah. I
So absurd
I
to think
dabbled in
about.
writing a book on that.
Wow.
It's like worse
And that was one of the things in the book. It was people were segregated in different areas based off of how much money they had,
Mm.
and selling organs was an option.
Both those things already exist.
Yes.
And on that bombshell, good night, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm tired.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We really appreciate you sticking with us. Thank you to all of our fans, and yeah, we really appreciate it. Sorry we missed the last one. We're about to get a huge mic quality update here. We're gonna get new technology, and it's all thanks to you, ladies and gentlemen. Your viewership really supported us. Thank you very much.